Hello everyone, this is Arlene Stone. I just want to set my personal expression regarding the sanction placed by the Department of Treasury of the United States of America to the self-appointed Son of God, who is the leader of the kingdom of Jesus Christ, the name above every name. What does this mean for those of us who are fighting for justice? And what does this mean for the members and full-time workers who are still affiliated with the group? And how do we view our justice system here in the US? For the victims, this means seeing a bright light under the dark tunnel. Many of these victims who are seeking justice, their lives has been turned upside down. Many of their credits being damaged. They cannot move, they cannot purchase anything. Families were broken, just like mine. Broken lives, as you know how rape affect a person emotionally, how it affects their self-worth, their self-esteem, and their self-value. This is a huge relief for all of us here who are fighting for justice. This is a very significant news for us. And for the members and full-time workers who are still inside of the spell of this actor, it's time for you to use just a little bit of your logic if you haven't done it already. So, if Quiboloy claimed that he owned the world, now I'm gonna ask you, what world does he really own? Especially now, what world does he really own? He is the physical representation of God. That's what he claimed. He is the physical representation of God the Father. Aren't we all our physical representation of the formless God, which is the Spirit who lives within us? If he is the most righteous man and he does the right thing at all times, then why does he need a bunch of lawyers? You don't need lawyers to argue for you if you truly do the right thing, because the result of your action is more than enough or loud enough to be heard and to see shine it through. If you truly are the kind of God you claim you are, then how come you are being persecuted by the law of the land while this Nepalese man is enjoying the freedom? Is that means the Nepalese man is more powerful than the self-appointed God? If the Nepalese man is very believable, so what does the power of the self-appointed God? What is the limitation of his power? Or does he even have one? And for the best actor, Apollo Quiboloy, I agree with you that you are one of the gods, and so are we. Because what's within you is also within all of us. However, we choose to follow the good rather than the bad. I pray that you will live long enough to face the consequences of your actions. For every action, there is a co-equal reaction, as we know that. So for my families and friends who are still in the kingdom, I urge you to reevaluate yourself and challenge your own belief and yourself. I understand it is hard to restart another life, but I tell you, it is harder if you don't start again. You must have courage to face your own mistakes for believing on somebody's illusion. Know that the God who lives within you is more powerful than you expected. Trust Him and trust yourself also. Universe will conspire to meet your needs if you choose to take another journey. I am confident with our justice system here in the US compared to the justice system we have in the Philippines, which is ruled by people who has power and money, just like you. Regardless how innocent you are in the Philippines, if you don't have connections and money, you don't get the justice you deserve. Also, regardless of how scrupulous you are, who violated human rights, as long as you have connections and money, you are considered untouchable. Just like this actor. Quiboloy's defense team had argued during their press conference last night, held by SMNI. I am going to ask them if Quiboloy's victims have even any rights at all. If Quiboloy's rights were violated, what violation does Quiboloy committed when he coerced young girls to have sex with him or offering their body as a living sacrifice to God? Is there any violation there? Or just Quiboloy's rights is important? Because what? Now, if Quiboloy's rights were violated, what violation did Quiboloy committed when he lured young people like me and my sister to join him as the only salvation that can take us to paradise? If Quiboloy's rights were violated, what violation did he committed when he trafficked young people like us to gather money day and night for him on the streets with fake associations and under pretend that we are student, deaf, and mute, just to get sympathy from people? Was that human rights violation or no? So if Quiboloy's rights were violated, what violation did he committed when he paddled a very tender body with 60 to 100 slashes with belt made for horses? If Quiboloy's rights were violated, what violation did he commit for breaking families apart? If Quiboloy's rights were violated, what violation did he commit for luring young people of free colleges when the reality they were being used as money-making machines? Does this called personal and human rights actually applicable to everyone, regardless of your life status, or these rights are just meant for people who have power or elites? So I just want to put that out there for you to think about. Now also, I want to thank you all for the support and prayers that you have rendered to us. I believe sooner or later we will reap the result of our actions, regardless how long it will take us. It will catch up to us eventually. Now for the kingdom administration, it is catching up pretty slowly but surely. Please follow me on my business page on Facebook as Arlene Stone, for this page is designed to help out the victims, as my resources are getting, are running thin to spread out to everyone who needs support. So if you can help me help these victims, because as soon as they get out from the compound, they come and ask me for any assistance I can provide to them. So I hope that you guys will help me with this cause. Again, this is Arlene Stone. Thank you so much.